who will try to make it 5 wins in his last 6. Certainly as much momentum as Sergio Pettis has had inside this octagon. Pettis coming out southpaw here. He's in the white trunks. John Moraga's in blue.
John Moraga felt he was a little too cautious in his very last fight. Let's see how aggressive he actually comes out tonight, and if that aggressiveness will leave openings for Sergio Pettis. Both guys are switching their stances.
Yep. Looked like Moraga landed the left hand there, now into the clinch. One underhook for Moraga.
You see Pettis trying to work that right hand inside to dig that right underhook in order to try to change his position.
Back in 2013, John Moraga fought Demetrius Johnson for the UFC Flyweight Championship. That fight went into a 5th round. Moraga started training in 2008. His son was going to be born, says his kid saved his life. As Pettis goes up top with the kick just out of range.
Pettis is actually taking the center of the octagon, fighting at his distance right now. That's why he seems to be getting to the action a little bit first, because now he's comfortable. This is his type of fight. He likes to actually be the one leading the exchanges. He's leading almost every exchange. He's kind of got John a little bit on his back foot right now.
A lot of potential for Sergio Pettis, trying to live up to that and then some tonight.
Another combination, man. This is a kid that's been striking for so long that in these exchanges he doesn't rush. It's all at a nice pace that he likes. He doesn't force anything, and those punches are coming out with a lot of power. John Moraga has to do something right now to try and change. There you go. That'll change it. There you go, John.
Yep, best combination of the fight for John Moraga. That got Pettis' attention.
And once he respects him, there you go. Now Pettis is the one trying to wrestle. Guillotine attempt by John Moraga.
That is his go-to submission. 4 of Moraga's 8 career submission wins by way of that guillotine. Just over a minute now, DC, to go round 1.
And Sergio Pettis is the one that's actually pushing Moraga into the side of the octagon, controlling the underhooks and controlling the wrestling exchanges. Showing the diversity of his game. You know, Sergio Pettis is a well-rounded fighter.
You hear the Pettis corner calling for him to let that kick go.
Yeah, Izzy Martinez is a guy that's he's loud and he's heard in the side of the corner. You know, you hear what he's telling you. He's a great corner. Nice kick, John Moraga. Moraga needs to. There you go. Oh, by Pettis. He's hurt. He's hurt.
Moraga went to the poker face, but he got buckled by that shot from Pettis. Now Moraga returns fire. Pettis lands again.
These exchanges favor Sergio Pettis. These exchanges because he's
Dr. Pettis, late round 1. Straight left is there for Sergio Pettis. Another big part of the message in that Moraga corner. Circle to your left. You must have heard it audibly 5 or 6 times.
Nice inside leg kick by Moraga. But once again, this is the type of fight that Pettis wants. He wants that type of fight, that standing fight where let me test my striking skills against yours. Look at the difference there. Slip off the line. Come with another 3 punches at the end of the combination. Moraga's done punching at that point. John stopped a little bit ago and Sergio's still going. There goes the wrestling that his corner asked for.
So pretty good shot from Moraga, gets the takedown.
And even if you don't finish the takedown, you hope for something like that. That's a mistake by Sergio Pettis. Jumping guillotine when he didn't need to. He needed to defend the takedown. Now Moraga is in the dominant position, but watch the triangle set up by Pettis. Pettis uses the legs at the hips to get Moraga off.
We'll see if Moraga can find a way to keep Pettis down or get back inside that guard. Pettis back to his feet. Just over 3 minutes here to go round 2.
Another good right hand by John Moraga there. Get with the wrestling, and that is what he needs to do. Even though those takedowns aren't landing, it puts something on Sergio's mind. And now look at about the wrestling too.
Sharp jab from Moraga, splits the guard of Pettis, and then lands the right hand as well. Very evenly matched, at least statistically, to this point in terms of these significant strikes landed and thrown.
Another fake takedown from Moraga will really go a long way in getting his punches off again. He's moving, he's switching positions, he's moving his feet to the outside, really controlling the foot placement against Moraga as you have a southpaw versus a conventional fighter. This is a Sergio Pettis type of fight. Now it's turning into the first round again. Get back on the wrestling if you're Team John Moraga.
Both sides have been aggressive really throughout. Sergio seems willing to take a shot to land one of his own. Moraga in on a single here.
This does not have to land. Again, this will lead to more success in striking and everything else for John Moraga. Because now you're giving him leverage. You're going low, you're going high. Not only with the punches and kicks, but also the takedowns.
Sergio lands out of the break. Under 90 seconds now to go in round two.
Another takedown attempt by John Moraga. Now, you see this. Close round in terms of strikes, but these takedowns may be what went the round for. But Pettis is now attempting to hit a high elbow guillotine. Moraga's driving into him, which is what you need to do in that position.
Pettis does have one guillotine win to his credit. Outside the UFC. Less than 30 seconds now to go in round two.
Much closer round in the second round by John Moraga. Good adjustments by him and his corners as they went into the next round. Again, you want your athlete to listen to you, and he did that. Mixed in some takedowns and really lent itself to him having way more success this round than he did in round one.
5 minutes to decide this one. We're right back. Fight.
You know, I thought the second round was much closer, but in the corner of Sergio Pettis, they're saying it's his hometown. We really don't know how to score it. Second round was a lot closer, but Sergio, you're doing great. But very close second round. John, real hard to score from the action.
Duke Roof is also mentioning to Sergio Pettis, don't be afraid to bail on that guillotine in favor of takedown defense.
He was very happy with that defense right here along the side of the octagon right in front of us. Guillotine attempt led to some takedown defense. He liked that. Nice check left hook by John Moraga.
So really nice response from John Moraga after the way round one ended.
He really is trying to sit down on that left hook as Pettis enters. So Sergio needs to make sure that when he enters, he's got to keep his right hand up. Moraga will land that punch. There it is again. Keeps on throwing it.
Johnny chance here in Phoenix for Moraga. Pettis' output has waned a little bit here.
Pettis is starting to find his range again. As you see, look at that. There he is. Starting to find his range again in these striking combinations.
Head kick for Pettis, partially blocked by Moraga.
And there you go. Mixing the takedowns again. Pettis is doing a good job of actually attacking his neck, and it's forcing Moraga to bail on his takedown attempts.
Clinch work here, one underhook for John Moraga. Unofficially 1 of 4 on his takedown attempts tonight as we approach the 3-minute mark in this third and final round.
Nice takedown by John Moraga. That is very important at this point in the fight. Sergio Pettis is really looking to try to either get to a triangle or use the triangle to try to get away. Moraga falls back for a heel hook. Pettis needs to try to clear the foot off his hip. There you go. You see Sergio clear the foot. Now the position is reversed. The key to fighting the heel hook is just clearing the foot off the hip, and then you're going to be able to actually fight.
So a risky proposition for John Moraga. It does not pay off there. And now he's dealing with Sergio Pettis, peppering away off of his back. Nice job by Moraga. Under 2 minutes now to go.
Good underhook position by Sergio Pettis. Right hand actually underhook, left hand pushing at the thigh so that John Moraga cannot elbow him. Nice job by Pettis, nice reaction. Good defense by John Moraga.
Out of the clinch, back to the center of the octagon, just over a minute to go. Nice attack by Pettis, punctuated by the body kick there. Continue to see his evolution as he rounds out into a complete mixed martial artist and potentially flyweight contender if he can get this W tonight.
It's really nice how Sergio Pettis is actually just using the guillotine to defend takedowns. He can't stop Moraga from getting to his hips, but the moment Moraga gets to his hips, he attacks his neck. He has to bail because he doesn't want to get submitted.
Pettis nicely done there to keep Moraga at bay with that short right.
Look at Pettis. Pettis actually fades back on every combination as Moraga goes after him. He fades, returns, and then throws kicks. Great job by Sergio Pettis.
And the Pettis corner imploring him to continue with the forward pressure here late round 3.
He's the fresher fighter. Yeah. You can tell he's a lot fresher than Moraga at this point. Look at that. You see him fade out of position, then re-attack. And then here comes the takedown. Nice job by Sergio Pettis.
Nice way to close the round and the fight for the 23-year-old Sergio Pettis. Sergio Pettis! Court McGee, slight favorite tonight against Ben Saunders. These men have trained together in the past. McGee closing the distance. He's in the black trunks. Ben Saunders coming out southpaw is in blue. So when Court McGee was training for the Ultimate Fighter finale against Chris McRae back in 2010, he brought in Ben Saunders. A lot of mutual respect here tonight. Last UFC finish for McGee, 2010.
Ben Saunders is throwing a lot of high kicks right now. He's just not really setting him up with his punches. If he uses his punches to set him up, I think he has a chance to maybe land one of those. Nice 1-2 by Saunders. Right into the tie clinch. These guys are going.
McGee goes to the head kick. Saunders counters.
That head kick landed because of the double jab. Nice job by Court McGee mixing it up. I'm really surprised that Court is staying at the range that he's fighting at right now. He would seem to be at the range that Ben Saunders would want him at, but he's still doing really well in the striking exchanges. This pace that he has, though, this is going to stay over the course of the entire fight. It will not slow down. That is not how Court McGee fights.
Saunders mixing up the kicks nicely, particularly when it comes to the location.
Mixing up his target. You know, he's landing that nice right jab, following with kicks, going to the body. He's doing a good job of really hitting Court all over the body. And when McGee gets close, he immediately goes to the clinch to kind of force him to pull himself back out at range that he wants him to fight at.
Saunders, the longtime American top team staple, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt under the legend Ricardo Laborio.
He's got his black belt under Laborio, but he does credit Eddie Bravo with a lot of his jiu-jitsu success. Another body kick lands for Ben Saunders.
Final seconds here, round 1. McGee lands, Saunders counters. We heard the corners, Eddie Bravo in particular, wanting Ben Saunders to look out for that big right hand. He feels like that's really the lone McGee weapon that they've got to hone in on.
And they love the body kicks. They want more body kicks, they want more head kicks. They do believe that Court's gonna throw the overhand right. And Court McGee's corner actually says, you know what, you're doing fine. Now it's time to mix it up, start to get more angles, as you throw your combinations and just let things go, and you'll be able to land that at a more consistent rate. Those high kicks that Sanders is landing, even though they're on the arm, man, that arm starts to go a little dead when you take too much damage to it. And you don't even want to block the kicks anymore. And that's when you start to see guys that hand starts to get carried a little bit lower, and you see guys starting to get kicked and knocked out with head kicks.
McGee able to land the right hand. Has been one and done at times tonight.
And Sanders is actually throwing a combination. Nice combo by McGee there.
Yeah, good.
Now here comes the pressure. Here comes that Court McGee pressure. Right in his face the whole time. Nice straight right hand to the body. That pressure for McGee, man. Dude's busy. That knee just missed.
Yeah, Saunders just missed on the knee. But McGee getting sharper as this second round continues. Saunders tried to punctuate that combination just out of range with the right hand. Inside leg kick deemed to be clean by John McCarthy.
You see that pressure starting to pay dividends now. There's not as much space between them as they're striking. You know, before there was a lot of distance. Oh, big body kick by Saunders.
The Saunders takedown defense holding up there moments ago.
Again, man, kick to the body hard. Kill it. There you go.
Keep kicking his arms, his body, his head.
There you go.
Set it up. Hands up, circle, on the outside.
Finish your kicks with a punch, man. Finish your kick with a punch.
You hear the coaches just kick in his body, kick his arms, kick everything. Just make him pay every second that he's at range. Just be kicking, Ben. Just be kicking.
Pretty good counter right from Court McGee. Not a guy you can out cardio. Again, though, the body kick is there for Ben Saunders.
Court responds with an outside leg kick.
Under 2 minutes now to go here, round two. Two evenly matched welterweights here. Body lock for McGee. We'll see if he can get the takedown going. He's only attempted one thus far.
Every time they get in tight, Ben Saunders really attacks that tie clinch. And when he attacks the tie clinch, Court is forced to actually break the position.
The numbers tell you McGee has been the busier guy, Saunders the slightly more accurate guy. Good head movement there by McGee.
And 3-4 punches every time. That's his game. That's his game. That's how Court McGee fights. He does not let you rest. Here comes combination. Nice body lock by McGee now.
Not give it up, man. Defend it straight.
Saunders doing a pretty good job defensively. That right hand got through.
But McGee's just busy here. You see him just in the clinch working. That right hand is constantly working. When they break, here comes Court McGee again with the forward pressure. More pressure.
Yeah, McGee
Nice job.
cracked the body there.
Let's roll.
John Hackleman very happy with the second round turned in there by Court McGee.
He should be, John. He had a good round. 1-1 going into the third. I have it. He did a fantastic job of pressuring Ben Saunders, and Ben's body damage actually slowed down a little bit because Court was not giving him time to breathe. Nice counter by Ben Saunders. There you go. Right on cue.
Yeah, that right hand for Saunders was significant, as was that kick. Now Saunders giving McGee a taste of his own medicine.
But he's finding his range again.
McGee really felt like pressure would be a big key to a win tonight.
And he's kept the pressure on.
No doubt. Deadlocked in terms of significant strikes landed now, 43 apiece. 4 minutes to decide this one.
But But when you're pressuring like that, you do have to be willing to take some damage. And he has taken damage when he's entered the wheelhouse there. Ooh. Nice right hand by Court McGee. That hurt him a little bit.
Yeah, that one briefly buckled the left knee of Ben Saunders. Now the head kick is there for McGee.
He maybe hurt a little worse than we thought.
Uppercut for Court McGee. You wonder if McGee senses maybe that Saunders hasn't completely recovered. Wayward on that right hand attempt. Overhand right is there now for McGee.
It's not always the big shots, not the ones that you see. It's those little ones that sneak in and land perfect. And that was a shot that Court McGee landed.
Spinning back fist from McGee. Left hand up and there for Saunders.
Now here comes the takedown of Court McGee. Great level change.
Yep.
Ben's attacking Kimura here. Court's got to be very careful.
So instinctive level change from McGee. Got the body lock. We'll see if he can finish Saunders to the ground. He does.
First takedown in the fight in the third round. And a fight that I feel at least is 1-1 is massive for Court McGee.
And McGee has been economical with the takedown attempts. Just 2 or 3 in the fight, has one here. We'll see what he can do with it. Trying to control that right hand of Ben Saunders.
Ben's doing a good job of controlling that underhook. He cannot end this fight on his back. I know he likes being in the guard, I know he likes to grapple, but you cannot end a close fight like this on your back. Because when the judges start to turn in their scorecard, the guy that's on top seems to be winning. Even if he's not doing much, he is on top, he's in control. Ben Saunders needs to get back up to his feet or try and attack the submission.
And Court McGee has never been submitted. This now his 25th professional fight. Under 90 seconds now to go. And McGee really, starting to take control of this fight in this round.
So a great first round by Ben Saunders. Good second round by Court McGee. And now in this third round, he really does seem to be taking control of the fight.
Saunders looked to land an elbow there. McGee in any danger here, DC?
Court McGee actually is okay here. You know, Ben Saunders has a real high guard on him. There's no real submission threat here. Court McGee's fine with 35 seconds left in the fight to just really hold position and actually win the fight. So Ben Saunders, I feel, let an opportunity slip. He needed to get back to his feet, use that position to either sweep or just try to get back to his feet. In this circumstance right here is when you want to try to attack a leg lock or something so that you can force the scramble to get back to your feet, especially in the third round of a very close fight.
Big elbows from Court McGee. And just in 15 minutes, man, the pressure does not stop. He wanted to overwhelm Ben Saunders tonight. And certainly in the second half of round 2 and round 3.
Ben Killer Saunders!
All right, with that touch of the gloves, we are underway. Joe Lauzon, slight favorite tonight, is in black. Marcin Held is in red. Held long on high-level experience outside the UFC.
There goes Lauzon with that aggressive style. Wants to get forward. And Marcin Held actually looks way more comfortable on his feet tonight. He usually does. Before, he normally would strike just to try to get to the clinch and try to secure a takedown. Today, he actually bouncing around on his feet, moving his hands. Seems very comfortable in there.
Held started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at 9 years old in his native Poland as he lands that left hand flush on Lauzon at his first pro MMA fight at 16.
He's still very, very young to say that he's fought such high-level competitions for so long in his career. There you go. This is Marcin Held's game right here. Get to the clinch. Oh, look at those elbows. Oh, he's hurting him. That aggressiveness.
Lozon thought about an armbar there briefly. Marcin Held, never been knocked out in 27 pro fights, coming in. Lozon with the elbow.
Nice elbow by Lozon. Joe Lozon actually is an assassin. When he goes after guys, he is looking for finishes.
Pretty good uppercut landed for Held.
Look at Held though. He actually withstand that flurry and went right back to work. You know, so it shows the maturity that he has in his fighting skill.
Joe Lozon not one for the scorecards. He's finished 25 of his 26 pro wins. Only Gleison Tebow and Jim Miller have more UFC appearances at lightweight.
There you go, change of position with the underhook. I know we've talked about it time and time again tonight, but it's that underhook position that allows guys to control each other against the side of the octagon. Now it's going to be on Lozon to have to lift his right arm to get his back off the back of the cage. Good takedown by Held.
We'll see what Marcin Held can do with it as we hit the midpoint of round one. And you got to think that Diego Sanchez fight for Marcin Held at altitude, valuable experience gained for Held. And another opportunity being given him by the promotion here tonight against the ubiquitous Joe Lozon.
Good job by Lozon finding that right underhook. That's the only way to get back up. You've got to find that underhook so that you can move the position. Nice pass by Marcin Held. Or now try and find the fence to get back to your feet.
Side control here for Marcin Held.
He's doing a fantastic job of actually keeping his weight down to control Lozon. But look at Lozon, the veteran. Use the side of the octagon to wall walking with his feet, flip over and change of position.
And important for Joe Lozon to get back to his feet, not let this round get away from him. Just over a minute to go.
I can't say enough about oh wow, nice knee by Marcin Held. I can't say enough about the composure of Held. He was hurt very bad by those elbows. And since that flurry, he really has taken control of this round.
Lozon able to block that right hand offering from Marcin Held. Electric first round here in the co-main event. Yair Rodriguez, BJ Penn coming up next. Lozon just missed with that right hand, was able to close the distance.
And when Lozon gets close, he's actually engaging in the fight that Marcin wants to be in. He wants to be there. Look at how easy he actually turns and puts Joe against the side of the octagon. This is where he wants to be.
Held continuing to keep Lozon up against this fence. Not a bad look for the judges, DC, to end the round. But he won't do it. Lozon with a right. Woo!
Well, Lozon's corner was telling him, stay away from the octagon. He's going to try to hold you against the side of the octagon for a boring decision. Get more active with your hands. Be fast and go after this kid. Be first. You cannot be waiting for him because he's going to get to the positions that he likes and he's going to control you. Maybe you feel comfortable there, Joe, but the judges see you with your back against the side of the octagon.
Pretty good shot from Marcin Held.
Great shot by him. Great timing on that takedown.
Lozon maintaining control of the neck. Held not in any imminent danger here. And just physically, body language, Held looks totally different than he did back in Mexico City in November. You chalk some of that up to the altitude, but certainly some confidence gained in that UFC debut for Marcin Held.
Oh, he looks phenomenal tonight. He looks and seems with the way that he's carrying himself like the guy that he told everybody he was going to be when he made his UFC debut. He's fighting Joe Lozon, a guy that actually beat the guy that beat him. You know, I know MMA math does not work,
right?
But I mean, this is the guy. He said he got to step up in competition, so he actually believed it. But this is his type of fight. A grappling fight really does favor Marcin Held. it'll be very difficult for him to really get a submission here because he needs to form an angle. He needs to get his head from against the side of the octagon to try and submit Joe Lozon.
Could have an opportunity to lock the body if he chooses to do so. Nice leg work by Lozon.
Great job trying to push one side down so he can change position. Great job by Joe. Now Joe goes offense on the wrestling. Needs to try to lock his hands right under the butt so that he can finish his double leg. There it is. He's got the hands locked now. Now that pressure forward. Now a pull. Good job by Joe Lozon.
Under 3 minutes to go here in this second round. Back to the stand-up. Held whiffs on an elbow.
Joe Lozon needs to actually try and create space because Marcin Held is very, very good in this 50-50 position. Chest to chest, he's constantly in control. He seems very relaxed and comfortable. He's doing a phenomenal job in this position. And he's having his best fight, obviously, in the UFC.
He's made Lozon work very hard defensively, and really since that early offensive flurry from Lozon, he's been largely held in check.
Yeah, Marcin has actually been in control of this fight.
Held in check, I didn't mean it.
No, it was good. Great play on words there. Another good double leg by Marcin.
Herb calls for more action here. Held working in the open guard of Joe Lozon. Lozon trying to control posture here.
That's his best bet right now. Control the posture, get a stand up, or try to get your hips back to feet. Oh, here comes Omar. That was quick, Jade.
Marcin Held has only been finished once by Michael Chandler back in 2011.
He needs to change the balance though. If he can knock him off with his feet. Oh, now there goes his balance. Now he might be in a little more trouble. Good recognition by Held. Great defense by Marcin Held.
Yep, Lozon bails. Under 40 seconds now to go round 2.
You know, a lot of times when you're on your back, you see guys lock their guard. It's difficult to throw up submissions because you have to unlock your legs to actually go for the submission. Joe Lozon never closes his guard. So when he switches his hips, he can do it a lot faster than he would be able to if he had his guard locked. So watch Joe Lozon throwing up submissions because he never does lock that guard down.
Good insight right there, champ. Final seconds, round 2. Marcin Held giving Joe Lozon all he can handle. Round 3 coming up. Lozon kept at bay briefly by the jab, now closes the distance. Nice reversal by Held.
Nice reversal and right back in a comfortable position for Marcin. Controlling the underhook, up against the side of the octagon, and now he's going to try to force wrestling situations. Good job by Joe Lozon getting back to the center.
So Lozon works his way back to the center here, under 3.5 minutes to go. Fast-moving fight here in the co-main event. Mouthpiece for Held is out. Herb Dean all over it.
Hands are locked behind the butt. Pressure goes back. Joe Lozon goes down to the mat.
Herb Dean gets Held, his mouthpiece back, and we're back underway.
He puts it right back in there. I don't know, John. I don't know if I want. Maybe wash it a little bit. Just a little water. Rinse it off before you put it back. Come on, Herb.
That's a fight, DC.
Come on,
Come
Herb.
on now.
Come on.
Held allows Lozon back to his feet now.
That's surprising. I thought he would like to keep that fight down there as long as possible.
Held partially landed that left hand. Just looks much more fluid and comfortable with his footwork, with his hands.
That's what I was going to say, you know, just the comfort level he's showing tonight. He seems very poised in there in the second UFC fight.
Big right hand is there for Lozon.
Nice jab by Held. Good pressure by Joe. This is how the fight needs to look for Lozon, especially late in the fight. And I mean, I thought I feel he's behind, but I mean, I thought Ben Saunders was behind earlier, so I don't really know how to judge a fight, and I'm telling you that.
Well, the strength of Marcin held a big takeaway for me, too, and Lozon got a body lock here.
2 underhooks. Nice job, Lozon.
Yep.
But look at Held find the fence. He's going to use the fence to help himself escape. Look at that. Use the fence. You just move your back along the fence, almost like a barrier. You know, in wrestling, we use our opponent as the way to get back to our feet. In fighting, guys are so good at using the fence to do that.
Slight edge in terms of significant strikes landed for Joe Lozon, 21-18 unofficially. We'll see what the last minute of this one holds. Held trying to work off of that jab. Lozon presses forward with a right hand.
Look at that, again, great timing by Marcin Held on these double legs, man. Lozon has no answer for it because they are timed so perfectly. We're late in the fight here, and you see Marcin Held actually keeping his posture very, very low. Now he raises his posture to try and change the position, but by staying low there, you can't really get much damage off. And also, it's hard to really advance the position to try and get a finish. That was aggressive, though. John, you want to create a position? Go ahead and name that one.
Joe
Lozon! 2 main events back-to-back for Rodriguez. It's early. That's where you got to pay attention. Big kick by Yair already.
Rodriguez in the green trunks. BJ Penn is in white.
BJ trying to pressure him, get close.
Spinning attack from Rodriguez. Penn trying to use that to his advantage.
Get into where he needs to be in this fight. This is where he needs to be, close to Yair, pressing into Yair, and controlling him. If he can get this fight to the ground, his chances will raise tremendously.
Underhook here for BJ Penn. He comes in having finished 11 of his 12 UFC wins. Rodriguez feints.
The thing about Yair is he can throw these spinning kicks and these elbows from anywhere. You know, there's no wind up, there's no tell. He just kind of throws it. Now, what you have to watch for is the second kick. Yair, there you go. Yair will throw a high kick and follow with a spinning kick. You have to be careful on the second attack, not the first one.
Rodriguez lands a knee to the body, misses with the right hand as he tried to punctuate that combination. And able to slip his head out of harm's way there and close the distance. Rodriguez too quick, skirts out.
The speed difference is massive. Yair is a lot faster than BJ, but BJ's in there. We know he's tough and durable. So Yair is going to have to keep this up for a real long time. Nice right hand by BJ.
A lot of support for BJ Penn around the world and right here in Phoenix. As the BJ chants continue here, 3 minutes to go, round 1. Rodriguez didn't seem concerned at all with the familiarity that Penn's going out. Looked like Penn got stunned there.
He actually blocked that, but Yair is such a strong guy that he actually got stunned anyway. Another one of those spinning techniques by Yair Rodriguez. You just don't know what's coming at you when you're fighting Yair. Everything comes from different angles, not what you expect. It's very hard to get somebody into your training camp to try and emulate this style of fighting. BJ brought in Alex Caceres, and I think that might be the closest you can get to it, and he is not a direct indicator for Yair Rodriguez. If you're BJ Penn and Team BJ Penn, backing up is not what you want to be doing. You want to be going forward. You want to be trying to pressure Yair so that he can't get comfortable and get all of his techniques off. Another good body kick by Rodriguez. Inside kick by Rodriguez. So much force. He's a very big guy for his weight class.
And now working on the outside of that lead leg of BJ Penn. Just out of range with the head kick. Just hard to know what's coming. As the body kick, the push kick is there for Rodriguez, who has a little cut, or so it appears, on the bridge of his nose. BJ got the hand up.
My goodness.
BJ Penn showing his patented heart, but the offensive onslaught continues for Rodriguez. BJ.
Kick coming. See, that's the thing about Yair. It's not all punches. Even when it starts to get frenetic, it starts to get frantic. It's not all punches. He lives by those kicks. So powerful with his legs.
Body shots are there for Yair Rodriguez. Now back to the legs.
You know, we talked about the familiarity of BJ training at Jackson's, and Yair pretty much dismissed it.
Yeah.
And it's because he's like, you can't train for me. It doesn't matter how well you know me. You cannot train for me because I'm so different.
Once again, Rodriguez applies pressure. That right arm of BJ Penn has absorbed a lot of the momentum from those kicks. Spinning back fist just out of range.
Yair's really starting to get loose now. He's throwing all of his techniques at him. Look at that. In the face of the legend. Like, come on, let's fight.
The significant strikes continue to pile up for Rodriguez. Uppercut is there for Penn. Overhand right lands flush for Yair.
The more this becomes a boxing fight, though, the better it is for BJ Penn. Wow.
You ready? Let's get up.
Round two here. Down goes Penn. Rodriguez going in for the finish.
That's the second time he's landed that front kick.
Big punches.
BJ Penn, look at that. Look at BJ Penn trying to defend himself. How tough is BJ Penn?
Penn's got to move. He's moving. Rodriguez lands.
There you go.
That is it. El Pantera, Yair Rodriguez has done it. Rodriguez brought to tears as he gets the legendary Hall of Famer BJ Penn out of there early round two. Yair Rodriguez, the real deal.
He's the real deal.
24 seconds of round number two. Declaring the winner by Chief Yair El Pantera.